Alright, welcome back everybody to Speedromizer 6. Unfortunately, my time with you here tonight is coming to an end, but don't you worry too much because you're going to be left in the ever-capable hands of the Terra Stark. So, while my time here is at an end, you're going to have a great time. So, goodbye everybody, and take it away, Terra.
Thank you so much to the incredible Illegally Sam. What an amazing job hosting. What an amazing job from all of our hosts here this time zone. This last weekend, these last 2 weekends here, raising an incredible $1,500 Canadian for QMUNITY. And I'm telling you, I do not think that is going to be the end of that. We still have 2 more incredible runs, and one in particular should be taking a look at. If you visit our Tiltify campaign page through speedromizer.live/donate or type in !donate in the chat, you can choose the character that will be used for the final run of the evening, supporting a fabulous, fabulous cause. Our next run also had an incentive ready that y'all smashed through every conceivable goal we had for. It was $10 to get a fish pun for Subnautica. You could have taken 1 pun, 2 puns, 3 puns, 5 puns, 10 puns. Y'all donated $250 Canadian to get 25 fish puns out of this next run from TempestMask1000. I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see Subnautica. I have not seen Subnautica in a long time. I'm ready to get reacquainted. I'm ready to see the game broken wide open with an estimate of 40 minutes. Should be fascinating to see. TempestMask1000, take it away. I apologize. We're good. So we're gonna have a little more time here together, chat. So you tell me, what is the most embarrassing thing you have ever done in a large event? I'm thinking back to the time when I was maybe 10 or 11 years old, and maybe it shouldn't be so embarrassing for somebody who's 10 or 11. I was part of a Lego robotics team in the suburbs of Philadelphia. Our team was pretty far out of contention by this point. However, I decided that wasn't enough for me. I stood out in front of the bleachers, and I screamed at the crowd for not being enthusiastic enough. Chad, I'm glad that you've been a very enthusiastic crowd. Seeing somebody saying, let's hope things go swimmingly, that is not the first fish pun, but my goodness, imagine. So 26 bonus fish pun, thank you for that. I was out in front of the bleachers screaming at this crowd for not cheering loud enough for Lego robotics, for all the hard work that people put in. Maybe I was just born to do things like this. I just needed to learn how to have a little bit more finesse and a little bit more delicate touch. I love synonyms. Chat, what's your favorite synonym? What's your favorite synonym? What are your 2 favorite words that mean the same thing? And how often do you get synonym confused with cinnamon? I never get them confused, but I do often come close to misspeaking them. It's something you have to practice, your enunciation. Making sure you've said all the right things at the right time with the right emphasis. Emphasis. Yeah, we've got some cinnamon lovers in the chats. Toho and gambling as synonyms. My goodness. No, we are getting to an age where a lot of games are where a lot of games have eased more and more into casual gambling. Flammable and inflammable. Wait, flammable and inflammable. Those are antonyms. Synonyms would be the same. Flammable and inflammable. Those would, or no, because inflammable would mean unflammable? That's a good question. Yeah, we have so many cinnamon lovers in the chat. I'm so glad. I'm so glad, so grateful for all of our cinnamon lovers in the chat. Chat, I got a little bit too much cinnamon in my mouth. Hang on. I'll be okay. I promise. Y'all just manifested cinnamon into my mouth. I'm gonna need a second. All right, I've had my water with electrolyte enhancements. One more sip couldn't hurt. Of course, I don't think I'll have too much trouble hydrating with this next run. Subnautica by TempestMask1000. If you're ready, Tempest, take it away.
Hello, friends and fellow gamers. Well, I'm back. Here's another Speedromizer. It seems that I am pretty much good to go as far as things go here, and we gotta hope this run goes very swimmingly, if you know what I mean. So yeah, this is Subnautica. This game has been out for quite some time. It has a sequel called I already forgot the sequel name. I think it was Below Under or whatever. Yeah, I believe it's Below Under. But no, as far as Subnautica goes, this is a game that I've actually known for a very long time because, wouldn't you know it, a lot of YouTubers back then played this, and I was always thinking to myself, well, gee, would I ever see myself playing this? And then lo and behold, Speedromizer gave me a reason to play this. So, just a couple of things. Real quick, some of you that might have seen the original schedule might have saw that we were going to do this a little bit earlier in the program. I do want to say things quite literally got in the way. Below zero, thank you, Sam. So let's just say the Speedromizer crew were more than accommodating to help me out here, and I'm very appreciative of that. Thank you so much. And with that, we're going to be doing an any percent creative mode glitchless speedrun. What that means is I cannot take any damage, I cannot die, and I will not have to worry about my oxygen meter going all the way down. This is a very beginner-friendly mode when it comes to both casual play and speedrunning, for that matter. And glitchless, obviously meaning I cannot use any out-of-bounds tricks or any of that sort of riffraff. And so our objective here is we are stranded on an oceanic planet and we gotta get out of here. So we're just gonna have to do this as fast as possible. Before we start though, I would like to thank everybody for somehow maximizing the incentive that I so silly-wittedly decided to submit, in that I now have to do 25 fish puns throughout the entire run. So I'm very much going to ask Tara to help me out with some of them, because I do have at least a good 15 or so written down here, but then it seems that my notes app might have forgotten to save the rest. So thank you so much though for helping meet that incentive, or rather maxing out that incentive. And without further ado, we're gonna get this thing started. Time will begin once I gain control of my character. So we're gonna load up, and get this thing going. And I do want to remind people that this game is not just a PC title, but also available for consoles, as the second place run actually happens to have a Xbox Series X as their platform. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's start. And with that, we will start things off by getting the end game equipment, because that's also one of the nice things about being able to play on creative mode, is that for the most part we have a free to access synthesis library, and right now you're going to be seeing me get the oh hey, we got Frosty in the chat. Shout outs to Frosty. Yeah, let's go. We just created the hatching enzymes, and then we created 2 blue tablets and a purple tablet. Real quick, I am also going to be doing a little very beginner-friendly thing in which you're going to see me create the compass. Most runners actually don't have to go through this, but this is obviously for the sake of cardinal directions, because I figure that's a very beginner-friendly thing. And with that in mind, we are now out and about. So, our ship has gone kablooey. Let's take a quick look over there in the background, right there. Yep, that's the thing. That's the Aurora right there, and that's no good. So now we gotta get ourselves out of here. So we're gonna go ahead, open up our trusty little iPad, or not iPad here. We're gonna open up the mobile vehicle bay, and this will allow us to create our very own special super duper sea vehicle, which will be the Sea Moth. Now, you're probably wondering, if I have access to creative mode, does this mean that, you know, I could just build my way out of here, no problem, and then that's it, game over? Well, no, actually, I still have to complete a few in-game objectives. Particularly, we have to disable this alien weapon that will prevent us from leaving the place. And yeah, that's pretty much no good. So once we do that, we are basically home free. So now it'll be up to me to get all the way over to the bulb zone, and where I'm going to be trying to guide myself to is known as the Lost River, and then into the lava area. So this is going to be a pretty long part in terms of travel. I'm going to have to use as much memorization of the land as possible. Now, if I do happen to get way too lost, which, by the way, I already know I'm going the wrong way because I'm not supposed to be getting closer to the ship, I do have a safety save, and yeah, I do have a safety save going. Now, I don't believe I am currently, yeah, actually I am I am triplaning, what am I saying? So triplaning is supposed to be the faster movement here. And, let's see here. Just trying to focus a little bit. I think this is already, okay, it's not quite it yet. Okay, yeah, we gotta go a little bit further out. So the first visual cue that I'm going to be looking for is a piece of wrecked ship. And so what I'm going to be doing is using that to then know that I need to start going further down. And then once we get through, we'll eventually make our way to the Lost River. Now, I do need to start remembering to make my fish puns, so let's reel in this run, shall we?
You mentioned your first visual cue is a ship that has basically exploded and is now at the bottom of the ocean. So we're looking for fish and chips.
Thank you, Tara. That's a good one. So that's 2 right now. That's 2. I think I went a little too far right there, so we're gonna have to steer this around. Yeah, that's a little too further out. That's not quite what I was going for, so that's a bit unfortunate right there. I'm not afraid to back it up a little bit, though, if I have to. Now, I will say that for anybody that wants to learn the run, one thing you could do for practice sake, but it's also encouraged that for valid runs you are not allowed to do this. The PC version does have a helpful little console guide that if you press F1 you can actually find out where your coordinates are. But like I said, valid runs do not allow this. So it is forgiven if you do happen to accidentally press this. Those are usually overlooked. There's our first ship piece. There's our first queue right there. Okay, so yeah, that's part of the wreckage. Good stuff so far. Now we're gonna need to start going a little further down. You can see we've got a nice little lava tunnel there. There is a lot of wonderful detail put into this game, by the way. It's very beautiful, I must admit. The amount of scale they put into the whole ecosystem within this alien planet right here. Okay, so I just got to start going further down. Now my second visual cue will be a bunch of these pods right here. And by the way, yes, you can crash into things. It will mess up your physics just a little bit. But usually it's not all that problematic as long as you can get an adjust. Okay, there's our second visual cue. This is where we start to descend. And with that, we'll keep going on further down.
Detecting volcanic activity.
I want to say that in Below Zero, unfortunately, our wonderful navigator voice here sadly has been removed. And I would say our little companion here, hopefully she gets a nice little return in any future installments. Now, I do want to quickly make a reminder to anybody that might be seeing this for the first time that yes, Subnautica has a fixed world. So no matter what mode you play this on, whether it be freedom mode, survival mode, hardcore mode, or creative, the world map will always remain the same. So unlike games like Minecraft, anybody that wants to learn the speedrun just has to know what's going on here. And yeah, and this is actually the very reason why I implement the safety strategy of developing the compass into my CMOF, or rather my user interface HUD, is to ensure that I know exactly where to go. And look at what the catfish dragged out of the bag with all this fine sea life here underwater. Yeah, we should probably keep on swimming before my hands get all clammy. Whoop! The game did not like that one. Unfortunate. Oh yeah, this is where we start to get some real nice look at the beautiful underwater life here, like that big one right there. That big boy is very luminescent. And I do want to mention I am playing on some lower graphical settings. I believe I have things set to medium. So this is just obviously a few optimization choices here, but just to keep in mind. Now we have entered into the lava area, which means we are already near the alien mothership area that we need to actually go mosey on to. For the very story reasons of the game and deactivating that weapon that I alluded to in order to be able to get off the planet. Now, this could potentially be a wrong turn here. But we'll have to find out because we'll know we're close. We just need to go deeper down. Yep, this is just about right. Okay. Now I'm looking for a lava pool with a middle rock. Yep, that's the one. Awesome. We're looking pretty flawless right now with our travel so far. Now, I promise not to pull a muscle. That's another clam pun for the counter, by the way. And while we were making our way onto the alien laboratory here, friends, what did the shark say when his parents gave him grief for his homework grade? bite me.
Oh my goodness.
Say hi to Mother, by the way. Or Mama, as the community likes to call her.
You seek, want to help you.
And this is where we're going to have to depart from our sea moth, unfortunately.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
I think I just went to heaven for a moment because we just saw a blue angel earlier on that reef turn.
Blue angel fish?
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna lie, I was actually trying to formulate an angelfish pun before I realized what was happening. They keep coming to me, but I don't want to hog the microphone. That feels kind of shellfish.
Oh no! Thank you. Actually, I was gonna say, I thought you were being serious for a second. Anyway, we get to say hi to Mama again, except this time in the flesh. Or shell, outer shell, crustacean. I don't know what to tell you.
Are you here to play?
Yeah, maybe.
Others came here once. They built these walls.
Oh, so they did.
They played alone. They bored me.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Now they're gone. And instead, we have you.
Me?
We are curious whether you swim with the current or fight against it, as they did.
Oh boy. I think I'm gonna go ahead and swim along with the current. Thank you very much. Anyway, no, that is some very nice voice acting, I must admit. So shout out to any and all voices that worked on the game. But I got another question for you as we go ahead and collect these ion cubes to activate these mechanisms. What is a swordfish's favorite sport?
Explanation unclear.
Fencing.
This time.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
If you think that's fun, Tara, well, let me tell you about that time I went fly fishing with my school.
Plant life in this area is growing outside its normal conditions.
We're at 9, I think now? 10?
The vegetation may be offsetting its environmental deficits.
We've got a bit of a long way to go. I'm pretty sure that's what we're going to have to use the rest of the estimate for, if I'm not mistaken. But now that we've collected the ion cubes, we're actually going to make our way on over to some hatchlings that Mama left behind, and we're going to help them grow. And that's exactly why we had the hatchling enzyme created from our little material maker over in our escape pod. So now that we have entered the first ion cube, we're going to insert the enzyme into the incubator. And as these things are hatching, Mama's going to do a little exposition dump. Not exactly an exposition dump, but yeah, we're going to watch from afar, from a safe distance, even though these friendos cannot hurt us. And folks, as we are waiting for the gates to open up, I ask you to name that tuna.
The others tried in vain.
And who here likes classic rock? Because my personal favorite track is I'm a Manta Ray by Chicago. Now, can someone lend me a hand, or in this case, a dolphin?
With the passage you my young can leave this place. But first they must feel the
Let me adjust this camera angler, all right?
break free of their shells. This is what the others couldn't force from them.
And now that we have that taken care of, we actually have to touch this concentrated enzyme. And the reason for this is because we got a slight infection during our little trip down here. And in order to be able to break the quarantine protocol, we actually had to go ahead and do this. Now, a more optimal way you can go about this is by taking your propulsion cannon and shooting this a bit closer to the surface. I'm obviously not going to opt to do that. We're just going to take it nice and smoothly here as we now go back up to the surface. And then we're going to, once we get up there, pop open our little vehicle bay again. And we are going to form our escape rocket platform. And this is where we are getting actually pretty close to the end of the run. But for now, as I do the little procedure of some good old building, Tara, if you'd like to say any messages or help me craft some more fishy puns, I would very much appreciate that.
Yeah, so we actually do have $3 from George, who says, Subnautica's objective is, you are here to survive on an unknown alien world that is mostly ocean. Subnautica's objective is, you are here to survive on an unknown alien world that is mostly ocean. Subnautica's objective is, you are here to survive. For those out of the loop, this was the clip that played over and over and over in the ears of our audio crew. So I just want to say thank you to our audio crew, and thank you to Tempest for giving us such good reference audio for our team to work with. Chat, if you would like to find yourself a part of that team and help with future events, we open volunteer signups before our events. They're announced on our Discord, so keep an eye on our server if you're interested in helping to run the show. Most roles also do not require experience. This was my first time on the audio tech team, so we would be happy to have you, even if it's your first time. We've got plenty of wonderful guides to help you come aboard, and a wonderful team that's ready and willing and excited to teach you. So please do join us.
Absolutely. I will say it has been a while since I've signed up to do some volunteering for speedrunning events, but those are always one of the nicest things about getting to be a part of speedrunning events, and I can certainly say I have done exactly that with Speedromizer for some past events. So I'm always appreciative to see who's been hopping on board, because really it takes a village to be able to get these events going. And yeah, as always, just, shout out to Tech, shout out to just anybody that has volunteered for, just anything out there, any kind of online charity event and whatnot.
100 meters.
Yeah, no, I've been so pleased to be a part of this, and it doesn't matter like how many questions I ask. The crew has not been crabby with me at all.
Yes, we got another pun. That's exactly what I was hoping for. Thank you so
everybody's
much.
Been great.
I will say, Frosty, my original objective was to try and work out, and I will be perfectly open-ended with this. My original objective was to work out survival. However, I did have a little bit of trouble trying to balance out my practice time and my schedule, because for those that do not know, I actually work 2 part-time jobs. Obviously, I still wanted to undergo my challenge of trying to do what I could here, and I did tell the team that this was going to be my backup, just in case. So, all things considered, this I would basically say for this particular category, just a week, just a couple of weeks at the very least. And with that, we have deactivated the alien weapon. Just for clarification, that is why we needed to touch the enzyme in order to be able to make that happen. Otherwise, the sequence would have rejected us, and that would have lost us some time. So I made sure to remember my steps. With that in mind, though, we have now done everything that we needed to, aside from completing the Neptune rocket. And all we got to do is just finish the remaining construction, turn on the life support systems and all the special functions that, a rocket needs in order to, get us nice and breathing and all that jazz. And time will be coming up once I sit into the pilot's cockpit. Oh wait, I think I was supposed to... I think I just did an uh-oh. I was supposed to build the cockpit.
Uh-oh.
Right, let's go ahead and fix that right now. I think I can say that's never happened before. There's always one.
All the time you spent in school. Amazing.
I'm feeling crabby all of a sudden.
Yeah. Now, does crab count as a fish pun?
Hey, no need to be all crustacean over this whole topic. I don't know.
True. True, I say, as I try to comprehend what that means.
I don't know.
It's been a long 2 weekends, chat. This is the kind of fun that we get into.
Oh, wait a second. We had one more thing to craft. I promise. I've done my homework, folks. Let's not get all jelly about it, because that'll sting.
Ooh, 2 for 1. All right. I've now seen in the chat that the puns are going a bit overboard. We are krilling chat with these puns.
Frosty, I swear.
Thank you for your contributions, chat.
Yes, no, it's from the puns. I expected this to happen. It's all... Here, no, go ahead, Tara, go ahead.
No, we did have a $5 donation from Haxum. I'm here for the fish puns.
Thanks, Haxum. That's my good friend. I gotta say, it's been quite the year of speedrunning for me. I actually met Haxum for the first time over at AGDQ, and Haxum has been a valiant supporter of me ever since we had that first interaction in the Spark the Electric Jester community. So thanks, buddy, for having been around and all that wonderful jazz. You've always been one of my valiant supporters, and I very much appreciate you. You're a good man.
Speaking of valiant supporters, if we have another second.
Oh, yeah?
$10.30 from Shooky. Subnautica's objective is, you are here to survive on an unknown alien world that is mostly ocean. Subnautica's objective.
Get ready on time, by the way. Oh no, that's not what I need to do. The time capsule is actually the one thing we don't have to activate. We could throw a little something in there if we want to. That's not going to be no big deal.
Primary computer system.
But we do not have to do that. We just need to activate the primary computer, and then the life support systems. You know what? Actually, let's see if we can throw. Let's throw in a little something into the capsule. Let's make this a little fun, shall we? What can I do? Survival knife, and then a floater, another floater, a floater, and that'll be good enough. All right, and 3, 2, 1, time.
Incredible successful This is the kind of thing that we love to see. Successful escape.
Command, Captain.
Well done. How are you feeling right about now?
Launch in 10, 9.
I feel very much afloat.
7, 6, 5, 4.
Like you're floating on air.
2.
Indeed, I am.
Amazing.
Let's enjoy this jam, by the way, as we go blasting off out of here.
Time capsule jettisoned.
And now our time capsule has been left behind on the planet so that the next person that will arrive here has their own survival knife. And yeah, this has been a very smooth run, all things considered. I admittedly was very nervous about how I was gonna try to make this all work, but I think creative was the best option possible here, and I do want to assure those watching that I do still plan on completing my original objective of the any % survival glitched category. So rest assured that I will be trying to work that out at an undisclosed time and date. But you better believe that I have nothing but gratitude for the Subnautica community for having created the Glitchless creative guide that you can check out yourself on the guide page for the speedruns.com page. And let me see if I can also pull up a honorable mention as to the very person whose run I watched when trying to learn this the creative glitchless category. Shout out to Mr. Harles, who had some very funny things to say on his PB video, including how did I crash into that?
We are different.
Trust me, it is. It truly made me laugh, and I appreciate that. We all have those wonderful moments. But yeah, a very swimming run, a very aquatic run, just a wonderful game. I also want to give a shout out to my good pal the Bruiser, who very much showed me this wonderful video on what I mentioned with the scale of this entire world and the potential fear that it can give to you in making you wonder, like, how did this happen, or what lives here, and so on and so forth. But yeah,
Absolutely
with that in mind, I might have missed a few puns to complete my total, so I'll have to figure out a way to fix that for you all. But again, shout out to the Subnautica community. They have a Discord server that you can join on any of these Subnautica series pages. And yeah, thank you so much to the devs for making such a phenomenal game that has just gained so much traction over the years. Of course, thank you to Speedromizer for having me once again. If you guys would like to give me a follow, I am TempestMask1000 on Twitch, as well as YouTube. I have a Blue Sky at TempestMask, but if you would like to follow my Twitter, it will be at It'sTempestSteve. I have not been doing streaming a whole lot because I have admittedly been focusing on voice acting as a longtime dream of mine that I've been also willing to push myself into. But you better believe that I will be trying to get back into speedrunning a bit more regularly, especially after this wonderful undertaking that I've gone. And with that, we will pass it on over for our final run of the event. So until we next meet, my friends, ciao amici.